Alright, so skip a few minutes ahead, and I have now filed a flight plan, downloaded the visual approach chart for Hilversum, and I got my VFR chart on my lap, so I'm going to navigate to Hilversum via, well, using my map like I would in real life. If I could use an EFB, I'd love to, but unfortunately those things are expensive, and I'd rather save my money for when I have my license and don't have to pay for instruction fees, etc. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go get her started up again. Don't have to use the primer for this one, I think, since that already run. Hold the brakes. And good start. Forgot the beacon light again. Let's see. Is this... Yeah, it's still online. Okay. I'll just go to...
Is Echo
I'll go and turn my transponder on, so it will activate squad mode Charlie on Vatsim.
Stand by. Vatsim VFR Lima, descent to 3,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Okay. I'll be having... I'll be getting flight information service from Amsterdam Control.
QNH 1015, maintain high speed for sequence.
Okay, and with that all done, let's go.
Vatsim VFR Lima, heading 275, slight delay for sequence.
275, copy that, 5 Lima.
Minimum 57 Bravo, report your altitude passing.
We're passing 2,000 feet, Cal, Vatsim Bravo.
Thank you, climb to flight level 250.
Climb to level 250, Cal, Vatsim Bravo.
Qatar 3 Yankee, runway 24, clear for takeoff, the wind is gone. Clear for takeoff, runway 24, Qatar 3 Yankee. Remain this frequency.
Good grief, it's busy.
Oh, remaining frequency, sorry.
Turkish for Quebec, Foxtrot, resume our navigation, direct to Sonab.
Resume navigation, direct Sonab for Quebec, Foxtrot.
I love that good old Dutch. Oh, sorry.
Altitude passing.
See all.
Passing 1600 feet, Qatar 3 Yankee. Thank you, identified. Climb to level 250. Level 250, Qatar 3 Yankee.
Let's go, that's what I'm talking about.
Direct to depot for Cal, Vatsim Bravo.
Lufthansa 993, no further ATC, model to Unicom 1 decimal 8, thanks for the help.
122 decimal 8, bye-bye. Lufthansa 993. Thank you for your service.
Martin Air 6 for Foxtrot, model to Unicom 1 decimal 8, thanks for the help.
I wanted to decimal 8, no problem.
Turkish for Quebec, Foxtrot, climb to flight level 330.
330 for Quebec, Foxtrot.
Scandinavian 580, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Scandinavian 580.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie Papa, line up runway 24.
Line up runway 24, Lufthansa 3 Charlie Papa.
Let's check the flaps. Oh. Yeah, both. Okay, and both fully indicate. Both fully down and indicating.
Okay, EC76 November Juliet Echo is correct. Fly direct to Schugal for ILS 18 right. Your speed 280 knots or more.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a departure announcement. Now here I am about to make a communication error. See if you can spot it. Charlie Foxtrot Oscar Foxtrot Lima is departing runway 27 at Midden-Zeeland voor navigatievlucht richting Hilversum, flying at 2,000 feet VFR.
Charlie Foxtrot Lima, on initial contact, please your call sign only, it's very busy. And stand by please. Virgin 11 Alpha, speed 180 knots, turn right heading 150, cleared ILS 189.
Yeah, that one is still painful to watch back. What I did wrong there is I forgot to re-establish contact with ATC first, before announcing my departure. very busy. I got that wrong in my enthusiasm. It happens. Hey, I at least won't forget
Heading 040 and flight
re-establish contact first before announcing my departure.
Virgin 11 Alpha, you really need to start to make the turn heading 210, otherwise you're not gonna make it. Heading 210, cleared out of Swan 8 drive.
I'll check how busy is it. Oh yeah, it's very busy indeed.
4559 holding Sierra 7 ready for departure.
Walker 4559, good day, report ready to copy departure instructions. And Charlie Oscar Lima, Roger, Flight Information Service, QNH is still 1015.
Wilco and Roger QNH, Charlie Fox Lima.
EC76 November Juliet Recycle Transponder, Squawk 2770.
Okay, check. Oh,
Canap 696, no further ATC
check
into
fine.
Dusseldorf, frequency change approved, thanks for the help.
Yeah, final's clear.
Doei. Turkish for Quebec Foxtrot for you as well, thanks for the help. 1 Unicorn 128 for further climb.
What you said, that's what I forgot Foxtrot. Bye bye.
Let's hold short real quick.
Lufthansa 3 Charlie Papa, thanks. Identified, climb to flight level 250 and out of 3,000 feet direct NAPCO.
Level 250, passing 3,000 feet.
Okay, the time is 16:44 local.
Niner, fly heading 060 and aim to speed
we
270 knots.
Brakes released and full beans.
Heading 060, enter speed 270. Boker 4559, runway 24, clear for takeoff, the wind variable 3 knots.
Clear takeoff runway 24, Walker 4459.
Transavia 5 Lima, the preceding traffic in front of you just disconnected, so you're clear to land 1 at right, wind variable 3 knots.
Voel het me af inderdaad. Cleared wanneer het clearland wanneer het rijdt, zoals naar die 5 Lima.
Hij draait ook zo laat in, joh.
Ja, joh.
Family C562 is holding at Sierra 7, runway 24. Good out, C562, line up, runway 24 and wait. Line up, runway 24 and wait, EC562. Lufthansa 5 Hotel Golf, Scottish is unfortunately offline, continue on Unicom, enjoy the flight.
Over to Unicom and thank you for your service, Lufthansa 5 for the boat.
Canap 57 Bravo, frequency change approved, thanks for the help, bye bye.
Appreciation, please, Kevin 575, bye.
Made a very
Boker 4559, please start the turn to heading 200.
that was a very tight right and turn. Probably wouldn't do this in real life. Okay, we are underway.
Sierra, Papa, Yankee, Spike, airborne. EC76 November Juliet.
And with that, editing loss is going to take over the talking, because I didn't record much of my microphone for the rest of the flight. So yeah, after that, otherwise very uneventful departure, we are now going on our way to Hilversum. This flight went pretty smoothly for my reckoning. I did struggle a little with navigating because this part of the Netherlands doesn't have very much, if any, proper visual reference points. You really have to look up once you can see on a map first and draw a line in between them. At least that's how I would do it during the flight planning. And about here, we encountered some weather. Just some low hanging clouds that were doing that took away all of my visibility. The only right way to mitigate this is to turn on the carb heat and the pitot heat and start the descent almost immediately. I think it descended to about 1600 feet or so. Yeah, 1700 feet here. And when I thought it was safe, I turned off the carb heat and the pitot heat again. When I saw a gap on in the cloud layer, I went back up to 2000 feet. I'll be flying over Utrecht shortly. I think I'll be cutting to that about now. I think you can already see it a bit in the distance. I think it's a relatively big city for Dutch standards, at least. It's called it. Yeah, here it is. Of course, this is the X-plane default scenery, so it's not very. So it doesn't look as pretty as it would in real life. But it's a very fun city to go to if you're in the Netherlands. I've been there a couple of times myself. Yeah, we're now going to use the highways in and around Utrecht to make our way to Hilversum, which is a few miles up north. And from here on, I'll actually leave this bit uncut so you can see how I flew the approach into Hilversum. This is my first time flying into this airport in X-plane. With the Cessna 172 at least. I've done this one time before in a Baron about 2 years ago. It's been a while ago now. So now starting our descent, looking up the entry point of the circuit area. Here I decided to look up some info about Hilversum, but about the visual approach, but I couldn't find any, at least from what I was looking for. Starting to look up the circuit altitude, I think. I cannot remember. I'm also just trying to get a good idea of what the area looks like, or just at least visualize it a bit. Here you can also already see the airport to our left, I think. Am I correct? No. No, it's at our 11 o'clock. Here you can see I'll actually start to make a bit of a turn to the left, so I do not end up flying straight towards it. In real life, this airport has got a lot of glider and skydive activity, so it's important to really think about where you're going, or to put it that way. Now just making our way to circuit altitude. Just checking the weather time. It's Schiphol weather. Schiphol METAR gave a wind of 260 at 1 knot, so pretty much it wouldn't matter from which direction I would land. I still choose to go as far into the wind as possible. For some reason I decided to pick runway 18 for this one. If I could have also used 30, which would have done the trick as well. But hey, it is what it is. Here announcing the downwind on the Unicom frequency. That was an aircraft thought I was going to land on one of the runways at Schiphol, but I had to explain that I was in fact landing at Hilversum and not Schiphol, even though the two airports are not that far apart. The confusion is understandable.
Have a good landing.
So here I have the first notch of flaps. And we're going to make our way onto the base leg. When flying onto downwind, I did make the mistake of flying a beam with the airport buildings, which is, well, just a bit of muscle memory I have from doing so many touch and goes at Midden-Zeeland, which has its airport buildings a beam with the runway. Hilversum does not, so that's a bit of a significant difference. Hey, it is what it is. Here you can see I accidentally flew onto final a bit too soon. I couldn't really see the runway properly either, so when it was properly rendered I realized my mistake and had to turn a bit to the right to correct for that. You're going to see that about now. Yeah, here's a turn. Still 400 feet to go till touchdown. So there's still plenty of room for me to correct my mistake, which I'm doing right now. Here, start a smooth left-hand turn. Now I can see the runway again, and you go perfectly lined up. It's a bit of a crosswind coming from the right. That's of course the calm wind coming out of the west. It's just a very small crosswind component. You can see not exactly a beam with it. At least don't have the nose on. You're getting pushed a bit to the left. So use a bit of left rudder, and there you go. Nice touchdown. Now rolling to save taxi speed. Vacate here. And stop just... stop when we are off the runway to clean up the airplane. I think we're going to stop about now, I think. Yeah, I think we should stop about now. You think? Yeah, okay, there it is. Yep. Flaps are now going up. Transponders on standby, lights are off, all that sort of thing. And get the aft tap with the airdrome charged so we can find our way to the parking area. And here we are now making our way to our parking spot and come to a stop, and that was it. I hope you all enjoyed this flight. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date with my if you want to see more Vatsim flights like this one. And with that, this video is over, and I want you to stay safe, stay proficient, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.